Good morning, all. So, we'll continue from the previous topic, that is checkpoints. So, today we will see for the replicate one. So, if you can see here, the replicate creates a checkpoint for its position in the trail. For replicate stores its checkpoint in a checkpoint table in the target table to couple the commit of a transaction with its position in the trail file. So this will let me actually show you what does that mean. Okay, so let's just go here. Let me take one running, or yeah, this one. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed, like while I added the replicate. Okay, another thing. For example, this is related to some practicals. For example, you are there in the second shift, okay, and some operation has been done with your morning shift guy. So how will you know that what all he did and all without asking him, of course?
By checking the report.
Which report? You mean the report file?
Report file of the replicate.
No, that will not help. Oh, that will help, but not much. What I prefer, I see the GGSCL log. So here, all the commands which we fire. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah. Is this okay, right? Visible, na? Readable one also?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. If you see here, let me do it a bit more. Is it okay? Fine, na? Now I can see everything at one shot itself.
Fine.
Okay? Yeah. So if you see here, at the starting when I had added, this is 9th, okay? 9th means it is September. So I can see the commands which I fired in September also here. Now let me see the latest ones. So see, just second back, I did the info for replicate name. So I have it here also, right? And you can see few more other infos also. For example, now I need to check how did I add my replicate, right? So let us do some search instead of scanning the whole thing, because now here I can scan, but that's fine. But if you go for a real environment, which is handling a lot of production data, that won't be feasible to to page up every time. So let's try to search some pattern. So if I added the replicate, I will done it like add replicate. Yeah, so I got right. This was fired on May 6th. Here add replicate name, ext trail. I'm telling it from which point to start. Checkpoint table, here it is. So you understood how to actually see, okay, what my colleague did and all. Understanding?
Yes.
All right, great. So that's the way you can do it. So here I want to focus on the checkpoint table. So this is the target DB. Let me see. I'm a Scott. All right. Let me first select the columns. So group name, group key, last updated. log CSN. Actually, what I mainly focus is on this column, log CSN and log complete CSN. To be frank enough, all the other columns I hardly used or were never really used actually. Where now, just if you just do this, let me set calls for these two columns. Okay, so here I just fired select group name, group key, last update, etc. from gg.checkpoint table. So here you see for all. Okay. Now let us focus only on our process for now. So group name specifies the name of your processes. So our process is RBEXT5. So RBEXT5. Now here group key is I mean it's internal to OGG. It is like primary key. So but nothing for you to worry about. Now these two columns log CSN and log complete CSN. What does this mean? This is the SCN of the source database. So thing is, for example, in your source DB, so if I can see this SCN, then it means that I can guarantee that replicate has written all the transactions up till this SCN of the source. You understand it because in the trail file you will have the SCN of source only, right? For example, so when it is reading from the transaction log, this extract will write down the committed changes here. So here also we will have the SCN also. So the trail file will contain the SCN of from the source side. I mean, understood here how it is? Because it is, since it is reading from source and it is just adding the extra info of the SCN from the source end. So this is the local trail, and even when this goes to the RMT trail, even the trail at the replicate end, what will that have? The same thing, right? As the local trail. So here also we will have the SCN or CSN, which they call in terms of OGG, a generic term, commit sequence number, because SCN is only for Oracle, right? For others, RD, PMS, we might have something else. So on the same line, SCN is from the source end. Is this clear with this part? Okay, Bhaskar and Babu, is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just an FYI that the trail files will contain the SCN of the source side. And here I have my replicate, which reads from the RMT tail and writes to the target. So hence, due to this, the SCN which is written here, this is also of the source side only. The thing is, if someone asks me, okay, because why this is important, because this will help you to recover in a lot of cases actually. I'll explain that because all those have been shown here. If I go to the outline, yeah, here it is. If you see 11 and 12, okay, how to do it is there. All right. The thing is, this like for now, just understand that in the checkpoint table. So the thing is, for replicate, we have two things. We have the checkpoint file also. Sorry, except PISCHK. See here, you have the checkpoint file also, and plus you have an additional checkpoint table also. So this helps you to recover, and this is really important. I can share one case, like it was a really disastrous one. Thing is, like, we had our OGG mount points crashed. Okay, so the mount point from the source end. Okay, let me show you with a diagram how it happened. In my case, okay, this was the setup, all right. And here I had another server. We kind of DR, okay, of source. The thing is, we have something new which is called ACFS file system. The thing is, we are putting all our OGG processes over ACFS, and also we have a mechanism to replicate the file system as well. Are you understanding? Like, if you create a file at the source end, the same file will be replicated here. So this is replication at the file system level. All right. So what happened here? Uh, how can I term it at? Okay. Well, let me use this term for a second. Wait. So all these were in one file system. Okay. For example, it was ACF. Well, let's take it. So my Golden Gate was running in ACFS file system. All right. And here we were replicated the whole file system in the DR as well. So even in the DR, you have the whole thing, except that the manager, it will all be stopped. But all the files of the extracts, the trail files, everything is replicating here. So what happened? Like due to some issues, I cannot say that now. So what happened is, like the replication lag was there from the primary file system to the DR. So since we had lag, and all right, and but due to that, uh, and due to another issue, the file system here, it crashed down. So thing is, when the file system is not there, all your extract files or replicate files, just a second. Yeah, sorry. The thing is, when a file system itself is gone, everything will go, right? Like right from your extract parent files to trail files, everything, even your binary of the OGG, if it is there on the same FS. True, right? Yeah, thank you. The thing is, due to that, so everything was lost at the primary end. But in TR side, we did had the files and all, but they were not the latest ones because there was a lag already. Now, here is how we recovered every one of them. Since we had the for replicate details here. The thing is, okay, did you first understand this? I mean, architecture, which I was trying to say, because this end is the source end. Okay, here is the source actually, and this is the target. So nothing was wrong in the target. It was all in the source. Are you understanding this? Then I will go ahead. Everyone,
Yes.
just okay. Just to, I mean, we can write in the chat also if you can speak. Okay, thank you, Sayed. Just a second. All right. Anyways, so thing is, as I said, that now I have the files from the source end in the DR, but they are not the latest one, and the primary was crashed here. All right. So I have a replica, but which is not the latest one. So what to do now? All right. So for what we did, we went to the target end, that is the replicate end. From the checkpoint table, we understood, okay, fine. So till this SCN, everything has been read, right? So what we did, we took this SCN and we made our extracts start from those SCNs. Understanding? Did you understand, or did I go a bit fast? Others?
Can you repeat it once again?
Okay. Did you understand what happened? The case is like, I'm having my source here, my TR here, right? So my OGG is on the ACFS, all right, with all the extract trails and pump. It's all for the source side for now, I'm saying. So even the file system is replicated to the target here, sorry, the DR side, all right. The same set of files here will be here. Now, thing is, suppose if you have a case where the replication of the file system is not, I mean, it is having some lag, all right. So here, for replication, let me know. The file system for replication is having lag. So thing is, not all the files would be latest, right? Hence, all files won't be latest, all right. And so suddenly your primary ACFS crashes down. Then what to do now? So what I did, we went to the replicate end, that is the target end. I saw the checkpoint table here for, I mean, like based on how many replicates you have, I took the, or I mean, this is, hello, yeah. Any doubt, Babu?
No, no, no. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. The thing is, now these two are almost same every time, what I have seen here. The thing is, I took the log complete CSN, which is same as SCN. If I take this, so let me see if I can, if it is there, SCN to timestamp. Yeah, here for 7th May. All right, so that SCN is of 7th May. All right, now, okay. Let me also show you one commit. Okay, that's okay. Insert into EMP by arithmetics by insert into EMP by values have committed this. Okay, just let me check if I can see the stats here. Okay, also let's see the checkpoint information that would be updated. So I'll go dischk. In just few minutes I'll explain what all is the directory structure here. Okay, what is the date now? All right, 13th May 11th. So if you see, it is almost up for latest here. But this is the checkpoint for now. This I will show afterwards. So here you have, and if you check in the replicate end, correct, 11th. Let me check if it did it apply anything now. Stats. Let me do an hourly. Okay, sorry, spelling mistake. Okay, so there was one insert. Now just do here. See, the SCN will change. Take this SCN, just check if the timing is correct or not. See here? So that is the latest one, isn't it? Clear?
Yes, yeah.
So thing is, this will have the SCN, the source SCN. So thing is, when I'm saying that, okay, this is the SCN, as per the documentation, I can guarantee that till this point, everything of the source is returned to the target. All right? Understanding, right? As you can show you that I did one insert here, so the SCN changed for this transaction. It went to the target, applied, and also updated the checkpoint table. So for example, now in this situation, all right, so let's take this only. In this situation, everything, the file system over which I have my OGG crashes, all right. So now I hardly have anything. I don't have the binaries. Not the param file and all right. For example, let's take that. But luckily, I have a replication of the files. System. Okay, from the primary or the source side to its DR. So what we did now, same way as I showed you here, I took the CSN or the SCN of all the replicates, and then we made the extract. So thing is, I had the files here, right? So we started the OGG here and we made the extract start from that SCN. Is it okay, clear?
Yeah.
But do you think will there be any data loss here? If you remember the checkpoint, the class. So based on that, do you think if I start the my extract from this SCN, all right, will there be a data loss or no? Or maybe, tell me. Hello?
Yeah, data
Yes or
loss
no?
won't. Mm,
Won't be there? Okay, fine. Anything more? So yeah, okay, maybe, all right. Maybe means why? Any idea why? I agree to it. It will be maybe. Why I'm saying this? Uh, I- this is the checkpoint class, right? What's another 1 second? Now this is not clear. Anyways, so let me take this example. So I hope you, I mean, oh, remember the point of the extract pointing to the oldest uncommitted transaction. Remember?
Yes. Yes.
The thing is, for example, if the e- extract was on the oldest uncommitted one, so in that way, if I do, there can be a data, I mean, a data loss, right? I mean, for example, here, the oldest uncommitted was 9 a.m. All right, and the SCN here in the extract is of 10 a.m. So here, if I make it start from 10 a.m. and for example, now this 9 a.m. transaction, if it is rollbacked, okay, fine, then I'm safe. But if it is committed, then we are having issues. All right. So at that point, what you can do it. So this is based on environments. Okay. So since again back to here, like since you have some files here, like you have the files here of the extract, trail, and pump, but they are not the latest ones. All right. The thing is, if you do info extract search here, this might or might not be the correct one. All right. So you can have a data loss in the case of a long running transaction. So in that case, we'll have to just work with the app team, all right, just to confirm, like guys, I hope there's nothing running for long, because you can, you know, ask them like, is there anything running from this time or any process which you triggered and all, and how to find the exact long running, that also I will show, but here actually I don't have anything long running, so I will show from a snippet. Okay, show trend table, show trans tabular. Currently there is no transaction found here, but I will show you a snippet. All right, tomorrow exactly how it appears and all. So that's what I mean. Like if anyone is having any heavy environment, just try to fire this command: send extract name show trans tabular, extract name here. Okay, this one. Understood, right? So what I mean, like why this checkpoint table is so important, because this can help you to recover in worst of the worst cases. Because if you just have the checkpoint file, not much you can do. Still, you can do all right. Suppose, for example, if I didn't have the checkpoint table here, then how will you identify till which point the replicate has applied, or till which SCN the replicate has applied? Anyone?
The checkpoint file.
But how can you read the checkpoint file? You can't, right?
Yeah.
Then how?
RBA.
No, RBA is just the file RBA. It has, I'm saying, I'm asking, how will you find this till which SCN my replicate has applied? How can you at least make a good guess? I would say that. I- If not the actual value, how can, like, if suppose, for example, because what I have seen in such cases, the client asks, okay, guys, till which point do you think it has been applied? At least we need to have some, well, I mean, concrete answer. Now, when you say RBA, guys, RBA is just like a file size only. For example, here RBA means what? Suppose let me take this file R003. Okay, this has to be very clear what is an RBA, all right? Because else you will go into a lot of confusions. Okay, so suppose this file, all right? Currently it is around 3182 bytes. For example, this is the file, okay? RT00003, all right? For example, RBA means the position of the record in the file. I mean, because ideally they call it as superlative byte address, but in simple term, it is the address, I would say the position of the record. So suppose this is zeroth position, all right? Now, for example, the size is of 1 MB, all right? So 1 MB means 1 MB here. Okay, so thing is for this particular file, it is having a total size of 1 MB, and this section is actually an RB. Thing is now when you write something, all right? So for example, you wrote something, okay, and that cost around 100 bytes. For example, thing is, so let's say till here 100 bytes. Okay, the thing is, this is the RBA, right? So thing is that record is there in the 100th position from the start of the file. So in that case, the RB of that file is 100. It has nothing to do with what is happening in source side, right? Because that is a whole different thing, right? This is just we are talking one trail. So for example, if you write few more things, suppose for example it is 200 bytes now. So here what it will be, 200 or 300? For 300, right? Because the size of this portion is 200, but since it is placed after this one, so so till this point it is 100 bytes and then 200 plus, so this will be 300 bytes, right? The I mean the RBA, relative byte address. Understanding this? Yes, no? Okay, others?
Yes.
All right. So thing is, when I say, right, and I'm saying this info, but I mean for replicate name, it is telling me, okay, guys, I'm for reading file number 3, sequence number 3, currently at this position 3182. So thing is, now 3182 is the maximum which has been for written here. So my replicate is for latest now. Or for example, if I do another insert, okay, see here the file size changed, right? And here also it changed. Immediately it went on to read more changes, right? Like for example, it got more 100 MB, so it will be 400. I mean the RB would be 400, right? Same way here. Understanding? So RBA has no relation with whatsoever from the source side. These are the two files, the local trail and the RMT trail. Their RBA is not related to each other, guys. So okay, because understood, right? Now back to the same question. How will you identify if you don't have the checkpoint table? Till which point it has written? Okay, I'll give you more hint. As I think I told you here that we have source SCN or CSN information in the trail file, right? Once it's reading from the source N here, it also writes the CSN or SN in the trail file. So both in the local and RMT trail, you will have the SCN, right?
So will it show in the when you fire the command the shows AH, it will show, right?
Show CH, but here, okay. See here, I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying if you fire that for replicate, it will not show. But if you do that for an extract, why not? It will show.
Okay.
Understand? Because for replicate, see again remember what is the input for the for replicate trail file, right? So
Yes.
that will be the read point. So read point पे you will see okay what is the file sequence like which file? वो sequence 3 right here till what RBA. All right, for this RBA only those information and the right information it will just show here that it has written to the checkpoint. But no, all right. The thing is, in the trail file itself, you can see the SCN. And okay, let me try to show you here. Obvious, all these things actually will help you in this practical. Where is that? In this one. Like here also, I'll be doing the same thing of how to do it. And also here in the corruption one and the re-extract one. I'll just give you a glimpse here, okay? I won't go deep because we will be covering it afterwards. Mm, So what I did here, I went to the EOF means, see this RBA. I went to the
End.
end, right? So 3425, even if you see here, it is 3425 only, right? Okay, now there are two things actually in OGG. There are two terms, okay? This is actually one of the important term, but very frequently used term. Transaction ID, TRANSIND. So it will be so. For example, if you're having a lot of statements, okay? Suppose this is one transaction. You have some 100 inserts, 5 deletes, alright, etc. The thing is, so since it's a very big transaction, the starting of that what tra transaction will have the trans ID as 0. 0 means the start of any transaction. And in our case, for example, here I just did one insert, right? So that will so for those transactions, ideally you should have the value as 3 here. That is it means that only transaction. So let us scan, all right? Instead of filtering, let us do an NN scan here. Okay, I think I have to add few more flags. I'll flag edit, file header, user token. Yep, here. So this was the one. So if you see here, this insert, and here is the log CSN. You see, we are also having the row ID here, but of course, for us, it is not, I mean, it is not much handy for us. But here is the one, the log CSN, here is the value. Understanding? And here, if you see the transaction ID is 03. See, I'm not going through all these, I mean, headings. I'm just going through the important ones for now because this is what we use it and to analyze it. So when you see like X03, it means this is one single statement or one single, I mean, transaction in one RBA itself. So 3. And here you'll see the statement and all, etc. And here you will see the row IDs, the log, I mean CS and all. I think if I do here, hopefully I'll get the same SCN. Is it the same one? Yeah. If you see here, the SCN matched here. Understanding? And of course, this we can I'm able to show this because this is a test environment because in the production one there's very less chance that you will have match if the replicate is very active and all because it will keep on applying data, isn't it? Any doubt here? Like because all these things will be there here also. If is here for eh, for every case there is two options when checkpoint table available and when no checkpoint table available. Even if you see here also to handle a deletion of trails with checkpoint table and out and in case checkpoint table is not available. Do you understand? Because all these things if you actually face this issue it is in terms of OGG it is an disaster one because this will ensure me that like this is the best possible practice for me to recover everything smoothly. Else you will have to do the whole thing again. Export like the initial load. If the table size is small, okay, fair enough. I don't mind doing that. But for example, if you have a lot of tables like 200 plus and millions of row in half of those tables, then how like then you need a very big downtime and all to do right from the scratch in case of any such issues happen because due to the server issues and all the trail file do crash actually and they do become corrupted. So there these are few ways in which we can from our end we can resolve it faster. Clear? Is it okay, everyone? least you understood, right? Like what is the importance of the checkpoint table, right? Well, let me know if you have anything more else. I will go ahead then. Okay, thank you guys. So as you can see here, so I explained the third line here, all right? Now the fourth one, the replicate also stores the CSN or STN of the source until which the data has been applied in the target with the help of the checkpoint tables. As we can see here, the checkpoint table guarantees consistency after the database would recover by ensuring that what transaction will be applied only once, even if there is a failure of the replicate process or the database. So what this line means that what it means like since I already know till which point or the replicate already knows till which point it has applied. The thing is replicate there I mean here we are avoiding duplicate processing. Or for example, if we didn't have this info, then but there might be a chance that replicate might again try to apply those transactions which have been already applied. So since we know till which point it has been applied, the replicate know okay from which point it needs to go ahead now because now if this is the SCN, so the replicate will not go backwards unless we I mean alter it back. But yes, in a standard flow it will go forward only, right? So all these things it is understanding by having all the info with it in the checkpoint file and also in the table. So that is what that line meant. For reporting purposes, replicate also has a checkpoint file on disk in dir chk. Alright, checkpoints are not required for non-continuous type of configuration, but that can rerun from the point. Okay, this I will show in the practical when I do the initial load. So at that point, I will cover this because would have what that will there you will actually see it actually because what it means is that for initial load, extract and per replicate, we don't maintain the checkpoints. Okay, any doubt in this slide?